All right, all right. What's up, people? You are live with Mizz Moodie on blogtalkradio.com. And tonight I have a returning guest here, Luck
Hey,
Izborne. What's up? What's up?
chilling, doing well.
All right. And tonight's topic is it still worth it, I guess, to be a good, I've been saying good girl, but I should really say girl or woman. Because, I'm talking about, I guess, advancing in life, which is a woman problem. So, anyways, what inspired this is that, I work with a lot of women. So I have this conversation a lot with my coworkers. I have this conversation a lot with my friends. And basically, as women, from when we're young, we were taught by our mothers to be, the good woman. You got to learn how to cook. You can't be sleeping around with too many people. You got to study your books, graduate school, do all the right things, and you'll get far in life. I'm not talking about just relationships. I mean, I'm talking about getting that good job, making the good money, making a good life for yourself, and, getting the husband, the kids, all that stuff that women want. But it seems like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like an exact science anymore. Like, it seems like a lot of girls are Go ahead.
There's not really an exact science to anything in life, really. There's no set formula as to how to, have the perfect life. Because it's like, it's some people that do the right thing in life and don't have the results that they want, that's expected, They can go get the degree and be a good girl and go to church every Sunday and not necessarily find the man that they want in their lives and still probably find a bad man, you know what I mean? And then it's on the flip side, you can have I guess what we would pin as a bad girl, and they'll do everything wrong, be a video vixen, I guess, be a stripper, or be whatever the worst scenario, and then find a husband and have a beautiful family. So I really don't think that has a lot to do with it, but I don't think there's a set formula as to what to be. Honestly, I'm team bad girl. I think you should go and have fun. I don't think good girls have fun.
Well, I definitely feel what you're saying, because basically, I'm not even going to go for the obvious answers like, Amber Rose or Kim Kardashian or any of them that, all made names and didn't exactly do it in the most wholesome way. I'm going to go for Eve. People don't necessarily look at Eve as, she's not exactly a good girl, but, people forget that Eve was a stripper. Eve was messing with Stevie J, the same dude off Love and Hip Hop, cheating on his baby moms with the stripper, and Eve had a sex tape too.
Right.
But now enough time passed, people done forgot about that. People would look at Eve like, she's a good woman, she's a successful rapper, whatever. But Eve did what she wanted to, and she was successful. But that wasn't really my point. Is I don't really necessarily believe that is that black and white.
Right.
Like, not all girls are 100% good or 100% bad. So,
I think we have to define, what is a good girl, what is a bad girl. And I really think that it varies with everyone. I would love to hear what men think about that, what actually constitutes as a good girl or a bad girl.
Well,
are you bad for smoking and drinking, per se?
That's a good question, because some people would say that is bad. I got a friend, I don't want to, I was about to put her name on blast, but I probably shouldn't do that. But anyway, I call her this nickname that is associated with weed, but she doesn't smoke weed. But I remember her boyfriend caught me calling her that and had a problem with it. He's like, well, you've been smoking weed? She doesn't smoke weed. But he would have had a problem with her smoking weed. But I'm like, I wouldn't necessarily, well, I guess it's not for me to judge because I'm a girl, but
right.
I don't really see that as anything serious. But, some men don't like that. So, I don't know. But anyways,
but potheads will say, oh, if you're smoking weed, oh man, you're a good girl. You know what I mean? So really,
that's what actually, I've seen that on Instagram. Actually, wife her, she know how to roll up.
Right, exactly. And that's a good girl to some guys. I really would love to know what it is. Which is different.
All right, I gotta call her.
Oh, you gotta call her back.
Yes. All right, caller, what's up? Hello?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
See, I can't hear him.
I can't hear. Oh, hello?
Is it unmuted?
Hello? It is unmuted.
I don't know. Maybe they'll call back. Try again.
Okay.
But yeah.
I know who it is too, but like I can't hear him.
Okay.
All right. Give me a second. Let's just keep talking now.
But you know what? Back to bad girls having more fun. You know. You know, I just came from a little bit of a heartbreak, so I'm definitely team bad girl right now. Like I'm on some bucket shit. But it doesn't mean that I'm like walling out and, you know, but it just means that to me, being a bad girl is not being too sweet, you know. The good girl is very sweet. And I think sometimes being sweet, you get ran over, you know. You get taken for granted, you know. And we talked about earlier that if you are, you know, the sweet ones kind of get taken for granted, and the bad ones usually get the guys hooked for some reason. And I think it's the same way, I guess the other way around, how we look at bad boys, you know, and we find them exciting and we really like them, you know. I think it's a matter of adventure that we really go for.
I know, and I was wondering, I'm like, is it just human nature for us to want what we can't have? Because, I mean, I know I'm going to have dudes that saying, well, I mean, y'all do the same thing. Y'all always want the bad guy. And I'm like, I can't even deny that. So I think we don't want anything that you can attain easily. We kind of always want the thing that's, you know, not easily attained, I guess, that you got to work hard to get. I think that's kind of like human nature, maybe, to want the thing that's hard to get. So I don't know what that is, but anyways, I'm going to try my caller again, even though, yeah. All right, caller, what's up?
What's going on?
There we go. Okay. All right. What do you? Well, first of all, how do you define a good girl, and how do you define a bad girl? And do you think it's worth it to be? Especially, okay, you're males. We definitely need your opinion right now. Is it good? Still good? Worth it for us women to be, you know, the stereotypical good girl, or should we just say fuck it and do what we want?
I mean, I think that's a matter of age, of age group, because I mean, you know, at different ages, you want different things. So, but I also think that you kind of want a mix of both. But I guess every guy, well, mostly every guy, I should say, you know, wants that bad girl, but he kind of wants her to himself. You know, he doesn't really want that bad. He doesn't want that bad girl sharing a lot of her bad tendencies with the outside world. You know, it goes back to that, you know, that saying, you know, lady in the street with a freak in the bed. You know,
right.
You know, you want that bad girl to yourself. You know, all the bad girl stereotypes and tendencies, you know, that, you know, yeah, we want that, but we just want them to ourselves. We don't want her to, you know,
but when you first meet a woman, like, what are you attracted to? Are you attracted to the bad girl qualities or the good girl qualities, you know? First
and foremost, her looks, you know, because that's obviously the first thing that you're gonna see. You know, that's what you see first, and then after that, once you establish that you're physically attracted to the guy, to the person, you know, then after that comes personality. I mean, in terms of personality, what you may look for, you know, you just don't. I think you guys touched on it before. You just don't want them to be easy. You know, if they're easy, then I mean, that kind of goes back to that whole, okay, maybe she is a bad girl, but she's not just keeping that bad girl isn't exclusive. You know, it's not, you know, because I mean, you're attracted to that for, you know, as I'm coming from a male perspective, you know, you're attracted by the easiness for that hot second, but I mean, if you're looking for something further, you know, that doesn't really help you.
So it definitely depends on what the man is looking for at the time, whether they're attracted to a bad girl or a good girl.
Yeah, I mean, obviously somebody that's 20 years old is going to have different expectations and, you know, requirements as opposed to somebody who's, say, 50 years old.
Right.
You know, you tend to slow down, you tend to slow down as you get older. So, I mean, you know, maybe that whole bad girl image, you know, that may be something for, you know, for the youth. I mean, that's still a matter of opinion, but I mean, think a lot of people feel that way.
Okay.
All right, I just got to comment on Lady in the Streets with Freak in the Bed. Because you said, all right, you want her to be the bad girl, but you want to keep it to yourself. But me, I don't define that as bad girl then. As long as she's keeping it, if it's only for your man, does that really count as being bad? That's
right.
It's still within the context of a relationship. And again, that's one of the things you're told to do. You're supposed to please your man, you know. If you don't give it to him, he's going to find it somewhere else. The bad girl is going to be like, yeah, I'll give it to him, but he looking cute over there, so, you know, my man don't got to know.
Well, remember, at the end of the day, you know, the bad girl, what is it called? It's called the bad girl image. So, I mean, something that, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's an image. You know, that's something that, you know, they're portraying, you know, that you may like. They don't have to be, you know, a bad girl in the sense of, okay, being in and out of jail, you know, in real life. What I mean,
right.
Like, you know, more, I guess more so the freaky aspect. I don't know, you know, I'm not really attracted to that. Jail.
All right, I got one more caller. Okay, caller, what's up?
What's up?
What up? What up? Okay. The topic is it still worth it for women to be good women, or do nice girls finish last? So first you got to define what's your definition of a good girl and a bad girl, and then, you know, is it worth it to still, you know, be the quote-unquote good girl?
Okay. That's, first of all, the matter of a good girl and a bad girl, that's really like a matter of opinion, because society like this is stereotypical. It's like, oh, you know, that's a bad girl, like to smoke and drink and play a bunch of dudes and go to the nightclubs and stuff like that.
Wait, are you chopping up?
Yeah, I'm hearing mad noise in the background, so...
Hold on a second, because I'm in like a Starbucks. Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What I'm saying is, like, a bad girl, society likes to be stereotypical. They like to say, oh, you know, she's drinking, she's in nightclubs, she's playing this many dudes, blah, blah, blah. But you can't really label that as a bad girl, because a bad girl can do some of those things but really be a really good person in some ways. So it really depends on opinion. I think, you know, a bad girl supposedly being like somebody who really doesn't care about the person she's with, and she's really selfish into herself, not caring about others. That's why I would probably label as a bad girl more than the stereotypical stuff.
Oh, that's really interesting. So more of like a personality trait than...
That's a whole nother subject, though, because I've seen really selfish girls still getting engaged and stuff. Actually, I know some girl that's been pressuring the guy she's with to day one installed a freaking, I'm putting somebody on blast, a Tiffany's app on his phone, and, like, this poor guy, you know, just gives her whatever she wants. And like, I've seen that kind of dominant, submissive kind of relationship with the very controlling girl and the submissive guy that always does whatever she wants, and she still gets what she wants, huh?
I mean, yeah.
I think that is the type of a bad girl.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on what the person wants, you know, basically in that sense. That's why it's not hard for me to answer that question on, you know, what to me would be a good girl or a bad girl. Because, like, in my relationship, my girl's bad, but, you know, even though she has some bad girl tendencies, you know, I really, you know, I can't really call her overtly like, oh, she's really, really bad, like kicking windows in the cars and, you know, knocking people out and stuff like that.
So my question is,
a nice medium, a balance.
Wait, hold on.
What bad girl tendencies does your girl have?
Okay. Well, bad girl tendencies. Let's see. Like out late drinking, not coming home on time, not picking up the phone, doing her own thing. I mean, I know she ain't cheating on me or anything like that, but pretty much I gotta try to give her like the free reign to do what she wants to do, because I believe in that whole women empowerment thing. You gotta give some in order to get some. So,
okay. But you're saying that she's not necessarily a bad girl because she has a good heart, basically?
To my prerogative now. Because, I'm an older cat. And from, like,
how old are you?
I'm like 28. So.
That's not that old. But
I would say I consider older than most people now. So, but what I'm saying is, I mean, you go through a certain time when you're younger certain things. And okay, bad at the time is bad, but really, I call it more like immature. But I mean, once you have your stuff in line and stuff like that, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's not being bad if you getting stuff done and you still doing your nightclub thing.
Let's clarify. What makes a good girl a good girl? What is a good girl?
A good girl, I guess, the so-called super quiet, church-going, church mouse type of girl. Is not going to go out late and not go experience life.
I mean, there are very few women left that are like that, though. So, yeah.
And then most of the population are bad girls. Then, if that's what that means, we're going by that.
Okay. I gotta change the subject real quick because remember I said in the beginning I'm not just talking about relationships because I'm like what I would compare this to kind of what I was saying in the beginning. It's like the question of should you go to college or should you not go to college? You know, everybody says if you go to college, get yourself a good job and all of that. Sorry, if you go to college and graduate, you're going to be guaranteed this great job, and we all know that doesn't always happen with everybody. Yeah, some people land good jobs. Yeah, some people don't land good jobs. Some people that didn't go to college are making a whole lot of money. So that's what, like, I kind of feel like nothing is ever black and white. But I'm saying when it comes to good girls and bad girls, it's like you got the college student over here that's, like, busting her ass and then she makes, like, an okay job. And then you got the stripper that's making, like, mad money.
And then you have... But then you have the college student who strips on the side to pay for college. You know, and then there's a balance there.
But that's all fast money. That's fast money. That's not like that's not long-term wealth. Because it's not going to last that long.
We're not saying that. We're just saying the fact that she has the capability of getting a degree and going to strip at a club. You know what I mean? And I think does that make her a bad girl? You know, and I don't think if someone doesn't go to college or they do go to college, it makes them a good girl or a bad girl or whatever, or a good guy or bad guy. You know, I think it's more like personality traits.
I think that kind of goes back to what I was saying about image because, you know, that could be her night job. She could be a stripper making her fast money at night. But the person who she really is could be the girl going to college. It could be a college girl, but you know, she may be in a situation where, you know what, maybe, you know, because, you know, I have certain things and I look a certain way, I can use my assets to get, you know, to get a little bit ahead.
Right. Look at Melissa Ford. She went to college for forensic psychology. York University. Yes. But after she graduated, she became a video vixen and then became a businesswoman. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a beautiful, complex dynamic, you know, that you can have a nice, beautiful balance between good and bad. But you can do really bad things like be a stripper or be a video vixen, you know, but still be a good girl, you know.
Oh, that reminds me of my next.
Depends on your intentions, too.
My next example was going to be Superhead. Now, I guess she's still considered a bad girl, but I'm talking about in terms of career, she made a lot of money off of every guy she smashed or whatever, and now she got a relationship book on how to get men, and I'm like, even though, I mean, she's been married twice, too, on top of that. So it's like, it's a lot of good girls running around that's never been married. And here's Superhead sexing down everybody, made a book about it, put it all on blast, is not ashamed of it, and has been married twice. Granted, she's divorced now, but... and on top of that, she has good money. But hold on, I got a new caller.
Okay.
Hello, caller, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on?
All right.
Hey.
Is this Architect?
Yeah, this is Architect in the flesh, or maybe on the phone.
Oh. All right, so, okay. Question, we got all dudes tonight, okay?
And I got to represent, I already know how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So I got to represent my fellas out here. You know, I'm not going to let it, you know, go down like that.
All right, look. So, hold on. So how do you define a good woman, and how do you define a bad woman, or a good girl versus bad girl, and is it still worth it for women to strive to be good women?
All right, my definition of a good, are you talking about like life-wise, or are you talking about like relationship-wise? It depends.
I'm talking about both. I'm talking about relationship and career. Like in relationship, I mean, you probably missed a lot of the calls, so let me recap for you. Relationship-wise, we're talking about, you know, the girl who, you know, does her own thing but still gets wiped in the end. you know, she goes out, she has her parties or whatever, she does whatever, and still gets the man in the end, basically. Life-wise, we're talking about the girl that goes to school to get a legitimate job versus, you know, the stripper that makes a lot more money than the girl with a legitimate job. Or, you know, that's not always the case, but I'm just using examples, basically. So, based off that, now, how would you define the good girl and the bad girl, and is it still worth it to try to be the good girl?
All right, you know, okay, so let me start off with, like, as far as life goes, I think it's hard for somebody to define what's good for somebody else because, for example, like, you know, you mentioned the whole stripper thing. You know, she might not be educated. You know, she, you know, and I'm not saying that to say all strippers are uneducated. I'm just saying that might be a decision that she chose because she knew her situation. I wasn't going to accept her situation as what it is, and she wanted to get ahead. So being that, you know that saying you need money to make money, she probably figured out the easiest way for her is to strip. And then, you know, take that money and then, you know, do something with that. You know, I mean, I heard the Melissa Ford thing, and I thought that was a good example because a college degree doesn't guarantee any kind of status in life anyway. So,
yeah, right.
You know, you could have went to college for whatever, but it doesn't mean that when you get out, you're going to get six figures or anything that can make you, you know, some kind of comfortable in life. It means you're probably going to leave with a lot of debt, you know? So,
exactly. So
how do you take care of that, you know? So as far as life goes, you know, I don't think there's a you know, black and white definition of what a good girl per se would be. I just think, in my opinion, if she's just doing it because she's lazy, whatever it is, like, you know, tripping, video hoeing, prostituting, moving out white on the corner, muling, you know, whatever she's doing. Like, if it's not because she has a greater plan and wants to, like, better herself and do something greater, as she was lazy, just like her, it just works, you know, like a professional gold digger or something like that, you know?
like the girl from the episode of the Boondocks, the host. But,
yeah, you know, as long as it's not for reasons like that, you know, I think I still consider her a good girl as long as her mind is in the right place.
It depends on your intention.
Exactly. I think it's all about that.
Would you still date her?
That would, like I said, it would depend. Like, if personally, I can't see myself dating a stripper per se, you know, but I'm just saying, like, if it was a situation like that and, you know, we were in dialogue and I was able to look past that because of her mind, because I'm more interested in her mental state anyway. So, you know, if based on her mental state that I am able to look past that, then yeah, I'd still date her.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that goes back to intentions as opposed to your actions.
Yeah. Like, if she's not trying to be, if her mind state is, I'm not trying to be a stripper in 5 years, or, all right, let me be a little bit looser with it. I'm not trying to be a retired stripper, then, you know, then I can rock with it. But, you know, if she's really trying to get a 401k and all of that, you know, going with the stripping thing, I don't think there's any future there.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So,
you know, that's my
bottom line,
it
is, okay, so bottom line, it's still worth it to be the good girl because you define good as intention, basically. Good intention.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's conclusion. That's pretty cool.
I mean, think about it. You know, I'm going to use, you know, commonalities of words. And, you know, good, right? Everybody wants to live good. They want to live comfortably. Comfortable could be associated as a good thing. You know, so I think if you have a good state of mind, then you could, you know, aka positive thinking, and you can move on to that good life, and et cetera, et cetera. Bad, positive, negative thinking, you know, pessimism, all of that, I throw into the same basket. You know, so I don't know if I just cleared it up.
No, now you actually confuse me more.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, I think you get more out of, you know, doing good things than out of doing negative things. That's my point.
Okay.
I mean, that's basic what goes around comes around, basically. You put out positivity, you're going to get back positivity. If you put out negativity, you're going to get back negativity. But,
even if in the immediate time it might be a bad thing, because even Martin Luther King said that, and I don't know, I'm paraphrasing now, okay? A man of morals could not let his conscience wouldn't allow him to obey a law that's unjust, you know. So I mean, it's the law, you know. So if you're breaking the law, technically it's a bad thing, you know, right? You're breaking the law, but it's unjust, you know. So it's like the state of mind is still onto a positive thing. So yeah,
it's according to your own moral code.
Yeah, that's according to your own moral code and, you know, what you have going on.
Right.
All right.
Well, I mean, based on like all the callers, no one seems to really have their own like definition. It was no set definition, like we said in the beginning, of like what's a good girl and what's a bad girl. There's no set formula, which is cool. You know, it's a good thing.
I think that's how life is.
Right.
Life is hardly ever clean cut, fit into categories. I think you said that in the beginning. You said there's usually never a set formula for anything. Everything is kind of subjective. Everything is like based on the situation. So I guess at the end of the day, is there really such thing as a bad girl and a good girl? It's just people have different situations.
There's definitely such a thing as a bad girl and a good girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's all about, you know, the person's individual situation. If they're not approaching it from a positive standpoint or a progressive standpoint, and they're just doing things just to be lazy, like I said, you know, then that's not good. You know, you're not being a good girl.
Being lazy or doing things for, like, with evil intentions, because that'll be a bad girl.
Yeah.
You can also say if you don't, you know, if you don't contribute to the greater good of society, then basically that's not, you know, that could be considered, you know, quote unquote bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We definitely came to a conclusion. I'm really happy with that.
And 90 seconds left in the show. So, does anybody have any final words before I wrap it up? Okay.
Action.
Yeah, you know, I wanna give a few shout outs.
Oh no.
All right, go ahead.
I can't give a few shout outs. I'm calling the radio station. This is.
Go ahead. You know, get your shout outs. I got less than a minute though. So.
All right, so cool. So I want to shout out first of all the more music people. You know what I'm saying? My man Johnny Go Figure. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out my man Michael Moon, my man C0Y0, my man Paul Picasso. I want to shout out Made by AG. I want to shout out Luck Izborne. I want to shout out Mizz Moodie. I want to shout out the whole block. You know, I want to shout out all my snowmen out there on the corner.
All right.
I'm running out of time though. I got 20 seconds left. All right. Thank you, everybody that called in. Thank you, Luck, for coming through for the second time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you, everybody that listened. I will be back next week with Brandon Barrett and Jordan Wiggins. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week.
It was really good.
Peace.